So I just want to apologize for the people that own a gas station, or if you work for an oil company, you work at an oil refinery, or you have a lot of equities that you purchased, that you own stock in oil companies. Then I'm really sorry that I have to take away from your profits by trying to give people advice. So if my advice makes sales go down in some way to you, if you lose revenue because I'm telling people not to use your product, then I'm sorry. Okay, if you want a basic power system for if your lights go off and you don't have any power and you just want to have lights, that's all you care about, just having lights on, then all you need to do is just go to an auto parts store. They're everywhere, or a big box big box store, and buy a big battery. Buy a what they're called are deep cycle batteries. They're usually used for boats, so they're called marine batteries also. What they do, they have thicker lead plates. They're not like a car battery, but they're better. They last longer. They're able to take long cycles up and down more. So buy a battery first, and after that buy a little, it's called a Modified Sine inverter, and what that does is it connects to the positive side and it has a clip, and it connects to the negative side with a clip, and it'll convert that battery DC electrical power into AC power. So you have a battery and you have a 12-volt Modified Sine inverter. They're the cheap inverters. You can't run digital things with them unless you buy pure sine, but they're more expensive. So get a cheap Modified Sine inverter. Get 2 of them for a backup. Now you have a battery that you keep in your closet, or you can keep under your in a safe place where it's not going to get wet or going to get damaged. And you have a power inverter that will convert the DC power from the battery into usable AC power you can plug things into, small things like lights, lamps, mostly. So, and then there's what's called a trickle charger that you use, that people would normally use for like a motorcycle battery if their motorcycle's going to be sitting around for a long time and they want to keep the battery maintained, or they're called battery maintainers or battery regulators, and you plug them into your wall, into your socket in your home, and it keeps the battery at a continuous voltage, so it doesn't let the battery degrade or run down. So you just have that always on a battery in your closet with 2 Modified Sine inverters, one for backup, a spare, and so what happens is your power goes out and you don't have any lights. Well, now what you have in your closet or in your home is a battery. You have a charger that's not charging anymore, but the power is still in the battery. So you can use that power in the battery, run a small inverter that you can, and what I'm telling you, you could buy all of this. You could buy all this right now for less than $200. And that's worth having emergency power, so when the lights go off and there's no lights, that you have a source of electricity just for having a light on. Anyhow, so you don't have to have a flashlight. So don't buy a gas generator. You know, try to avoid getting a gasoline generator, because look what's happening. Look what people have to put up with when the power goes out. Now, not only do the power at your house goes out, but the power that the gas stations use to pump the gas, that runs out. They don't have power to work the pumps either. So then you have issues with, you can't use credit, you have to use cash, and so on. You have to fight with all the people out there to get a little bit of gas to run your generator. So don't get a gas generator. Get a little battery, get a battery maintainer, get a little inverter, and have that available, and just keep your battery charged all the time in your house. Thanks for listening.